week's Talking Codswallop. I am Gemma. No James this week. He's, busy doing glory hole business or, whatever, polishing his false teeth. I don't know. But we have got a special returning guest on this week's episode, and it is...
It's me! Hello!
And for those who don't know who me is...
It's Andy. How could they not know who me is?
Well, we may have gained a few new listeners since you were on last, so you never know. You never know. I mean, it's unlikely, but you never know.
Awesome.
Yes, every 6 months Andy comes back on because that is enough time for him to get plenty of Codswallop, basically, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, It is.
Although, actually, technically, I don't know if it has been 6 months. It could be. It feels like it's about that, so...
I think it's... when was the 3 to 2 to 200?
I don't know. It was a few weeks ago. So... It was a while ago.
It was. I think it was the start of the year, in fact, because my kitchen wasn't done, and I was leaning over the carcass, if you will.
Ah, yes, and you kept walking away, didn't you? You thought because you had your headphones on that, it was all fine to actually walk away from the actual microphone, but, it's always good when you record with professionals, everybody.
Exactly. Hey, you get exactly what you pay for.
Yeah, exactly. If you pay nothing, you get nothing.
Exactly.
No, it's a pleasure to have you back on, as always when it is. Just before we sort of get into this week's episode, though, I just wanted to sort of send out a little apology for not having an episode last week. Major, oh God, might actually get into Codswallop in the middle of this conversation, to be honest, but I had me and James had actually sat down. We planned a Halloween episode because obviously, last week was Halloween. Well, Monday was, but anyway. So we sat down to record, and it was going to be guest with us of Bob Christian, who's one of our listeners. And, Salty Tadpoles. And he was going to sort of discuss witchcraft and stuff like that with us. So initially we logged on and my Skype wouldn't work. I couldn't do anything. It literally just wouldn't work. I had to reboot it, cancel it, reboot it, everything. And I had to do it so many times. And in the end, we got to sort of, I think it was about 8:30 at night, and we were just like, I'm done. Can we just do this tomorrow? So it was so much hassle. And then the following day, we decide to maybe do a daytime recording because it was, I won't say this next bit. It was, it was a daytime recording because we were all available, let's say.
It was your lunch break.
It was and that's a very good thing. Yes, well done, Andy. It was my lunch break. I have to leave that in now. And, so actually, genuinely, I think it actually was my lunch break as well, to be honest. And, so Bob's headphones weren't working. So we had to try and get Bob's, headphones all set up because he's not familiar with, this clean feed, system that we use to record episodes and things like that.
Makes two of us.
Yeah, exactly. I said that, I was going to say that's no shame on Bob at all because, it takes all of us a bit of getting used to, and me and James use it literally every week. So we know sort of pretty much what we're doing now, but, anyway. So there was that issue. And then before I knew it, it was kind of almost the hour is up. So I was like, right, okay, we got your headset sorted. It's all good. So we'll come back at, say, 5:00 tonight when I finish work, because I'm still working from home, and we'll do the recording and it'll be perfect. It'll be wonderful. It'll be great. My computer died. It literally died. It wouldn't charge. It was saying, you're not going to be able to do this. Like, we tried Clean Feed. It was having issues. We tried Skype. And mine was in such a delay, and I was just like, guys, I'm actually done. I'm done. I can't do this episode anymore. So, Bob, we are, like I said to you in person, we are going to get you on. We are going to discuss this. It doesn't have to be a Halloween episode because witchcraft applies all year round. It's not just a, Halloween type thing. So we are going to get him on and we are going to discuss it. But, yeah. That is our reason that we didn't have an episode on the final week. So, sorry for anybody who missed out, but, I brought Andy this week, so there we have it.
Your consolation prize.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of my codswallops out of the way anyway. So, but obviously we can get on with them a bit later. But how have you been, Andy, anyway?
Yeah, I've been all right in comparison.
Oh, it's literally because and I don't think Bob will mind me saying this because he's quite public about it anyway, but he's got autism as well.
Yeah.
So I was getting angry at the situation, obviously not at Bob one bit or James, which is actually quite surprising that I wasn't angry at James. But there was at one point that I was sort of really trying to remain calm because I didn't want Bob to feel my pressure, my anxiety that was going on sort of thing. But at the same time, I just really wanted to scream and throw my computer out the window. But I think I did quite well. I think I covered it pretty well, but I guess time will tell and somebody will tell me differently if that's not the case. But
Hey, every day's a growing day.
Exactly. So yeah, I try. But some days you just can't fucking try.
So you just need the padded room, the baseball bat, and some soft toys.
Absolutely, yeah. Or glass. Like the padded room, but glass. Obviously, make sure I have shoes on and stuff like that. But just to smash stuff. It's fun to smash stuff.
Yours is more dangerous with the shards of glass. I think my stuffed toys is just the only thing you could do is suffocate on the insides.
Well, yeah, I suppose. But there's nothing more satisfying than the smash sound, is there?
True.
Unless what we could do the padded room, the padded toys, the baseball bat, and have a speaker system of the crash.
Yes.
There you
Little
go.
sensors, when you hit it out speakers comes glass.
Yeah. Or the stuffed toys go, ow!
Ow, that hurts. Stop it.
Fuck you, bitch. What did I do?
I'm gonna shit in your slippers.
Oh dear. So there we go. There's scenario number 1 of the weird world without James.
When chaos reigns.
Yes, exactly. But you know what? I love a bit of chaos, don't you?
Oh yes. Because if you don't, you got to laugh, otherwise you cry.
Yeah, exactly. And crying gets you nowhere, does it? So,
Apart from through a box of tissues.
Yeah. And there's a better use for a box of tissues, isn't there, Andy? Let's face it.
Yes.
Yeah. Blowing your nose.
Exactly. And then looking at it afterwards.
Although I was going to remind you, please don't blow your nose. No, please don't. So what have you been up to then? So you got a kitchen now?
Yeah, so I've got a kitchen, I've got a lounge, so the downstairs is finished.
Ooh, that's good.
And then this week the flooring's going in upstairs and the skirting boards.
Ooh. Are you doing this yourself or have you hired some help now?
No, I destroy things, other people make it beautiful.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
So and then hopefully once I've decided exactly what it is I'm going to get, then get some wardrobes, spare bed, and then I'll move back upstairs, and then in May the staircase gets done. But yeah, pretty much the house is done, and I'm living in it, and my mental health has improved tremendously.
That's good, because it had to be quite hard to have lots and lots of unfinished things around you.
And and just not having any personal space. I mean, hats off to people who live in small bedsits and have their entire life on top of them. It drive me batshit crazy for 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Or if, for those that sort of live in shared accommodation and stuff like that as well. I don't think, I know I still live at home, but, I have got my personal space, which is my room, which is being revamped at the moment as well. So, that's fun, but traumatic at the same time, because there's a lot of new furniture coming in and I've still got, it sounds crazy, but I've still got like a connection to the furniture, if you know what I mean. So like,
you've still got your take that stickers as well attached to them, and you're desperately trying to get them off so you can retransplant them onto your new stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I was going to say on a real note that, the take that stuff's real. But, it's like, a lot of the stuff like my dad built or he put together and stuff like that. So, it's all still sort of going through and through my head.
Yeah.
But I've jumped over a hurdle with that and I'm doing it. I'm getting it done. So, I can't wait to get myself a new wardrobe because the one that I've got at the moment is absolutely massive. Like I could actually stand in the wardrobe and shut the door. It's mental. So yes, I definitely need a new wardrobe, and then I can actually, move around a little bit, maybe.
Oh, excellent. And so what are you going to fill the space with?
Well, I'm sure I'll find something. No, it's not the biggest of rooms, to be honest. So it's just going to be a little bit of rejiggling where my computer's going to go to a different spot and, sort of where half the wardrobe is. And then I'll be able to move my bed over so that it doesn't look quite as cramped on either side, if you know what I mean. So. And
then fill the space with Funko Pops.
Oh, yeah, I've got a cupboard for that. My mum said to me, what would I like for Christmas? And I said, I don't know, decorate my room or something like that. I didn't mean for furniture. I just meant decorate it as in paint it. And, because I don't care. I'm 39. I don't really care what I get for Christmas. You know what I mean? But it's, so she said, oh, okay, well, I'll get you some furniture. And I was like, well, I only meant painting. And she goes, no, I'll do it properly. And I was like, okay, go on then. If you wish. As you wish.
As long as I keep my take that stickers.
Exactly. But yeah, no, it's all good. So other things that I've been up to as well, just thinking about it, is that I went to Birmingham, which was really, really fun. Went to see a live podcast. So one of the biggies, it's called Last Podcast on the Left. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've talked about them before. I know they don't need my recommendation. They're big enough and they're doing really well, but but it was really great to actually see them live. But yeah, the journey almost killed me on the way up, because of being tired and stuff like that. And then on the way back, I was so relieved when I got home because I was just like, I want to go to sleep. I'm tired.
Can you not get a train up to Brumland?
I could have, but 2 months before the event, I looked at ticket prices and they were £100.
Yeah.
Obviously return. And then when I looked like a week before, it was up to something like £180 return. And I was like, nah, I'll drive,
And the government really want us to ditch our cars.
I know, exactly. And also they need to, if they're going to make us use the trains, they need to reintroduce the smoking cabin as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
For those people who still have that filthy habit.
Yeah. Oh, you're a good boy now, are you?
Yeah, no, nicotine has not passed my lips for well over a year.
Oh, that's good. Well done. Yeah, I've cut right down, but, 7 a day rather than, well, it's getting on to about 20 a day. So, I'm doing well, but
So baby steps. At least you're doing it without any chemical interaction, like I was. So I had to have chemical blockers to help me.
Yeah, exactly. But well, it's because I've been so poorly. I don't want to keep harping on. Sorry, I feel like I'm bringing the whole show down because I'm harping on about being poorly and stuff like that. But
let me put my violin away. I just packed it out for you. It was my smallest one as well.
Oh, God damn it. So shall I carry on then, or have you put it away? That's the thing, isn't it? It's like everybody at work, well, not everybody, because some people just don't give a shit, and I really don't care about them either. But, the people that ask me, and they're like, oh, how are you? How are you feeling? And I'm like...
Yeah, the sun is shining.
Well, let's get on to the weather.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is like, I get it because I totally relate, because I just felt really shit for quite some time. And when people are like, oh, how are you? It's like, you know what? Yeah, the sun is shining. It's another sunny day in paradise.
I'm alive.
Yeah, that's it. I've got a job. I'm paying the bills, roof over my head. Yeah. My hooves hurt, my gums are bleeding, and my eyeballs itch. But yeah, everything's great.
At least your arsehole's still in one place, eh?
That's it. It's not prolapsed yet, but just give it a couple of hours.
Well, apparently, put some sugar on it, and that actually makes it less of a prolapsed anus. Nice. It makes it go. Yeah. So there you go, Dr. Gemma.
And then you have a hyperactive anus.
Yeah, exactly. Your asshole's having a hypo.
Yeah, running around the room. Shh, I'm on a conference call.
It's a bit like, that advert, belly's gonna get you, but it's asshole's gonna get you instead.
Yeah.
Oh
dear.
See, this is much more fun than Health Corner.
That's it.
Yeah, let's bring it back down.
Yeah, but no, in all seriousness, as a fellow HS sufferer, I'm lucky that I get the minor outbreaks now, but there was a time from about, because for me, I got misdiagnosed in 2001.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until 2008 that it just became absolutely unbearable. I had it originally started in the groin, but ended up under my arms, being really worse, and just could not move my arms without being in pain. So yeah, it's a real psychological hit to just live with it.
Yeah, it really is. It's actually quite funny, though, in some ways, because when I went to see the dermatologist the other week, a couple of weeks back now, ever since, touch wood, but I've said it now, I'm about to say it, so, it's going to be a flare-up, but I haven't had a flare-up since I went to see her, and
Brilliant.
Her name was Dr. Cock as well.
Your cock will see you now.
I was like, okay, don't laugh. I had my mask on, but I know my eyes gave away that I wanted to laugh. It was so bad.
Had one eye or two?
3. But yeah, I was just like, oh God. Okay, well let's bypass that quick. Yeah, but yeah.
But no, that's really good news that you've that touch wood.
Yes.
That you're in management, because it is chronic. It's going to come and go. But if you've got yours early, say I lived with mine for a good 8 years without treatment. So it just absolutely grew. So I was on the real hardcore leprosy and tuberculosis medicine.
Oh, really?
As a combination. Yeah. Not that I had either, but that was the combination of drugs that I was given, and it just didn't shift. So, yeah, I had it actually excised from my armpit. I had a massive hole, like a gobstopper.
Yeah, I've got one of those. So
Yeah, so I had a hole like that you could fit a gobstopper in, and it was at the time when I was commuting between the UK and Germany. So I was doing 2 weeks in the UK, 2 weeks in Germany. So I had the operation on the Friday, I think it was, and then I think it was like a week off sick, to heal. And they basically had glued the dressing under my arm, because obviously your arm gets all moist, it's like a moist gusset under there.
We know that some people are like heaving right now, but yeah.
That's it. So so like 7 days later I decided that I would drive out to Bonn. It was a good 400 miles, so it was like 11 hours of driving with the tunnel and what have you. And a bit of the glue had come loose and basically reinfected my armpit. And about 3 days into my trip, I'd gone pale. I didn't realise, and I got sent to the hospital. And had a massive infection. I ended up spending 2 weeks in Bonn, signed off sick. And I was in the worst hotel ever. Like normally, I'd stay in fairly decent hotels.
Yeah.
But being the good corporate citizen that I am, I decided to just slum it. Because I could go out and do things. No, I was trapped in my room.
Oh no!
The worst 2 weeks of my life. So I had to let it heal so I could drive back. So yeah, but since then, since I had that operation, I've just had a little minor pimplettes, shall we say, under the skin. So, but yeah, I've still got my my antibiotics to hand just in case, and my hippie scrub and everything like that. So
yeah, just make sure you check the date before you start taking them. But yeah, I know it's such a horrible world. HS can fuck off. But and we neither of us really can say. Well, I can't say it definitely. So but no, I was suffering with it for about 3 years before it got diagnosed. Well, maybe 4 years before it was diagnosed properly. So, but no, actually 3 years. I'm right with 3 years. But so touch wood. I hope it stays that way. But it's also one of those things as well. As a female, obviously, you like to shave under your armpits and stuff like that. But it's like once a month I can do it, and it's like, oh, I feel like an animal.
By shrubbery.
Yes.
Is Captain Birdseye hanging out in there?
Yeah, absolutely. He's moved.
Wow, he likes it up here.
Or he likes it in the pits.
I can have my Macintosh on.
His parrot under the other arm.
And now goes the long Rona.
Yeah, that's just the same as old, like I said. So, now I've been given a new inhaler, and I'm, obviously taking that. I can do it up to 4 times a day, which seems to be helping a little bit, but I keep getting really, not because of the inhaler, but I keep getting really lightheaded and, dizzy kind of thing with it as well, which is not nice. And, I'm real struggling still, basically. The breathing's the hard part, the exhaustion's the hard part, but work is still being, and I'm not just saying this, but work are really being good and letting me work from home at this stage. So,
excellent.
I just, in some ways it would be nice if they just could say, do you know what, why don't you just permanently work from home, and then maybe come in if you want to, if you feel up to it, because there's certain mornings that I think, I'm going to pop into the office, or the night before, let's say, I might pop into the office tomorrow, and actually work from the office sort of thing. And then, because, there's certain people I miss seeing and stuff. I mean, there's not many, but, there's certain people I miss. And, and then the next morning I'll wake up and it's like I've had 0 sleep. It's just like you wake up utterly exhausted, like you can't move because you just feel so tired, It's it's draining. It's horrible. I don't know how. You know what? I hope I didn't mock James properly in his stages, in his early stages of having this. I know I probably comically did, but, you know, I don't think I actually said to him, you know, anything nasty about this. But if I did, I apologise from the bottom of my heart, James. Because this is not nice at all. So, yeah. But
yes, yeah. Because I caught the Rona after 3 years of living in my man cave. I finally got dragged out for a family event.
Oh, God.
You know, and this is why I don't leave my man cave,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah, I caught it, but I caught the heavy cold version, so it feels like I got a glancing blow, so to speak, because I didn't lose my sense of taste or sense of smell. It was just literally just a heavy, heavy cold. Still knocked me out a bit, but nothing to the extent you and James and, you know, other people that, you know, I've heard of caught it, so...
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? Everybody has it differently. You know, there's all so many different side effects and stuff like that. Not side effects, I think that's symptoms. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Foggy brain. Yeah. I mean, also, I'm a bit ditzy as well, so sometimes I put it down to being a foggy brain, but actually I think I probably would have said that anyway.
Yeah, that's your genuine Gemmaism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Gemma done fuck up. But yeah, it's, I literally have just had a foggy brain. I've literally just forgotten what I was saying, so let's move on. But anyway, I remembered people have different symptoms, so yeah, nobody seems to have had exactly the same thing, so which seems crazy. But yeah. Anyway, shall we get onto some codswallops, Andy?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah? Did you want to go first, or shall I go first?
Ladies first.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Well, obviously, you got a piece of paper. Blimey.
Yeah, it's been 9 months.
Okay, so obviously computer dying, that was obviously Codswallop number 1. And recently I joined a couple of pages on Facebook for like promoting the podcast and things like that, because I'm trying to do it, like hit it a bit harder at the moment to, you know, maybe not...
Sorry.
What are you laughing at?
Hit it a bit harder, yeah, that's what she said.
Not like that, not in a kinky way. But yeah, with regards to the, you know, like promotion side of things and marketing, and, you know, I'm just trying to get the name out there as much as possible, you know. So anyway, I joined these 3 pages and instantly regretted that, because I kept getting messages from all those spam people saying, "Hi there, if you'd like to visit my Fiverr page, I can actually promote your podcast and get such and such and such and such. And then if you just want to pay me X amount of money, I will promote your podcast for such and such and such and such." And I was just like, are you serious? I got like, probably, I was on the Facebook pages for about 3 days, and I think I got about 7 people contact me. And I was like, right, I'm leaving the pages first of all. And yeah, because you always get it. It's like if you put a certain thing on Instagram, you know, I think it's usually like podcast or something like that. It triggers like these people to go promoted on at blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sick of those people. Can they just fuck off?
Yeah.
It's like if I could afford to pay somebody to promote the podcast, I would be contacting somebody who's actually a lot more qualified than you to do it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But, you know, even then, actually, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably still do it on my own, but I'd put a lot more, you know, money into the marketing side of things. But, you know,
yeah.
Yeah, it's just so frustrating, because you're like trying to spread the word, you know, for people to actually listen and stuff like that. But then you get these like utter idiots that come along and they, like, I don't know, just inundate you. And so everybody sort of almost leaves the page, or they are, you know, they feel like, oh, I'm not going to bother looking at that one because that's the only comments that person's getting, you know. And I just think it's really frustrating. So, and also the last one is the fact that Christmas adverts have already started. Bar fucking humbug. There you go.
I haven't seen any yet. Actually, well, have I? Oh no, I did. No, it was that stupid. Well, no, not really stupid, is it? But those hamper things, where you put money aside each month.
Oh yeah. I know what
Is
you
it
mean.
Parkland or something?
Yeah, something like that. There's like, I can see the advert in my head, but yeah. But yeah, I can't remember. I literally was just watching the telly and before we started recording, and a Christmas advert came on, and it wasn't that one exactly, but I can't remember what it was for because my brain just said no. It was probably buy a sofa for Christmas. It's like it's Guy Fawkes night first. Come on now.
Yeah. I guess seeing them before Halloween, it was like, can we get Halloween out of the way first?
Yeah, exactly. So, we had some trick-or-treaters this year. I didn't see them because I was in the middle of my counselling. It's my last session. So, next week is my last session. And, So we were surprised. We never get trick-or-treaters. So it was really, really surprising, and we were completely unprepared. So they got some money, and a dog that woofed at them. So, there's their scare.
Should have given them a handful of pasta each.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Well, that more of them would come back because they'd be like, oh my God, they are giving out pasta. That's so unique.
And if you do a trick, they'll give you rice.
Yeah, exactly. Trick or treat, and you just go, trick please, and slam the door in their face.
I'll tell you what, one of my codswallops is similar to yours in related to adverts.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a streaming service that I watch, and they seem to either have a little bug in their software, or they can only get one advertiser at a fucking time. Because for the 2 minutes that you're forced to watch the adverts, because streaming, you can't skip them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get the same fucking advert
over and over.
Yeah. So I've seen all 3 Black Adam trailers.
Okay.
The Viking River cruises. It's just like, please.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean, but from an audio side of things, because sometimes when I'm listening to music, I listen through like Spotify, but the free version, and it's like you get the same adverts all the time. It's just insane, isn't it?
Yeah, advertising can do one, even though you want to promote and advertise your podcast.
Yeah.
It can still do one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd love to not do it. I'm not going to lie. I'd love for people just to find us. Just like, hiya, I'm over here.
Oh, what's this? Talking codswallop.
What does codswallop mean?
Yeah. Hey, Google.
Yes, big piling shit. But yeah, I mean, come on, Salty Tadpoles, this is a free medium. Come and do some work. Tell your friends, tell your family.
Throw Gemma a bone.
Yeah, just make sure they sit down and listen every week on the dot.
Oh, you want listeners? I thought you were just happy with the downloads.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'd like listeners. I'd like interactions as well. Otherwise, what's the point in STIs? The Salty Tadpole interactions.
Yeah, but you can take pills for that now.
Cod liver oil. Oh dear. Have you got any more codswallops?
Yeah, it's e-scooters.
Okay. Are those the ones that are on the pavements and you have to tap your cards and stuff like that?
Well, I don't live in an area where you can legally use them.
Oh, right, okay.
So all I've got is, because I've got a secondary school right at the top of my road.
Ah, okay.
So this is a steady stream of basically organ donors on wheels.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. We've got speed humps as well, and I've seen a couple of them try to do bunny hops over the speed humps on an electric vehicle, and I'm like, do your parents even realise? I realise I'm turning into a right Victor Meldrew because I'm like, I want to sort of get in touch with Thames Valley Police and go, if you park a van at the end of the road, you will make a killing in fines and confiscating a lot of dangerous vehicles.
Yeah, exactly, because you're guaranteed they haven't got licenses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. They shouldn't be on the road. They shouldn't be on the fucking pavement, but it's driving me absolutely up the wall. Yeah.
No, I get that. No, I definitely get that. But, yeah, I mean...
And I've seen the carnage of those rental schemes, with the bikes and with the scooters, because people are just dicks. They just leave them in the middle of the fucking pavement, outside people's gates. It's just like,
yeah,
common sense, people.
Yeah, and it's kind of like an attitude of, oh, somebody else will return that, somebody else will use that, and whatever.
Yeah.
But
I'm done with it now. All right, Susan, come on, off we go.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Susan, just put it back. Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of the thing that is lost now, isn't it? Because it's like, we were brought up with put things back where you found them, kind of thing. And okay, you might not be able to put it back exactly where you found it, but that there is a port, there is a drop-off place that you can put these things, It's a bit like, when you go to Asda or Tesco's or other supermarkets that have not been named, sponsorship from Aldi.
That's it.
Yeah. When you have a trolley, you put it in the trolley parky thing, unless you put it back.
Yeah.
So.
You don't just leave it outside someone's, fine. Anyone can just pick up and go, but a bit of common decency, don't leave it in people's way.
Yeah, exactly. I think it also pays the fact that, most of the trolleys, you do actually have to either put one of those little coins in that you've, like a souvenir coin or an actual pound coin, don't you? And everyone's like, I want my pound coin. I want my pound coin back. So, which is fair, because let's face it costs enough money at the moment. So, although you could buy a trolley for £1, but you have to pay 20p for a carrier bag. So you kind of quids in if you actually buy the trolley.
And you get to keep the trolley.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can just get it over a little stopper thing.
Yeah. Just run!
That's it. Or I tell you, that would smart, wouldn't it? A trolley handlebar to the stomach when it just suddenly stops.
Yeah. Oh, that would be horrible.
Yeah. I don't know what would be worse: nuts on the handlebar or a handbar in the gut.
Well, I mean, I can only speak for that. I can only speak for the gut version. So I don't have testicles.
No,
not anymore.
Well,
only on Fridays.
Do you hang them on your clip?
Yeah.
Like a pair of furry dice.
Yeah, I do, yeah. And I go, swing low, sweet chariot.
Coming. Oh, they've slipped.
Oh dear, let's try and get it back on page. Any more codswallops, or shall we move on to some would you rathers?
Go on then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to go for would you rathers, okay. Right, have you got any would you rathers, or shall I?
I've got one that's tailor-made for you.
Okay.
And then I've got a whole web page of would you rathers that I can just scan through.
Yeah. Okay. So, in that case then...
In fact, when I say scan through, I'll read all 276.
Nah, let's not do that many. Let's just do a couple. Okay. Well, I'm intrigued then. What is the one that you've invented for me?
Okay. So, would you rather every single song that you hear for the rest of your life is a Coldplay song, while everyone else who's hearing the song hears the real song? So if it's Pearl Jam and Jeremy, they're hearing that, but you're hearing a Coldplay Yellow. Or would you rather hear the the Drive, Drive, Drive song from Q's Punishment softly in the background 100% of the time for the rest of your life.
I don't know that song. I don't know the last one.
Oh, okay, 1 second. Let me just bring it up. I thought you'd seen it on Impractical Jokers.
No, I haven't actually watched Impractical Jokers for a while, so...
Okay.
Drive, 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 drive. It feels so good to be alive. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Well, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, would you rather hear that softly in the background for the rest of your life,
Yes.
or a Coldplay song every time someone plays music?
No, 100% the cue punishment one. Yeah, softly in the background.
Drive, drive, drive.
Yeah, because I know that eventually I'd be all right with it. You know, I'd probably it'd be like white noise and I'd be able to zone it out or something like that. But
I think what I'm going to have to do is send this over to you and you can watch this.
Yeah.
And then you can re-edit and re-record your answer after watching cues, having it in the car all day.
Okay, I probably will. I won't re-record it though. I will, I'll give my answer as it is now. And once I've listened to it, I will, maybe report back on next week's episode.
Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, still, to be honest, I hate Coldplay so much, I'd still rather have that.
You'd still rather have a really annoying, I know a song that'll get on your nerves, get on you, something like that for the rest of your life in the background.
Yeah.
All the time, like you go to sleep, it's there, you wake up, it's there. I'm doing a Walt on you, aren't I?
Yeah, I know, but I really don't want to have to hear a Coldplay song. I mean, I'd have to literally never listen to music again so that I didn't have to listen to Coldplay.
Because it's all yellow.
Yeah, and it's like...
Oh, I'll tell you what, the DHL advert is doing my fucking nutting. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'll send that over to you as well. Because we're sponsoring the Coldplay tour. And so and bless her, we've got a proper person who's done she drives the electric vehicle and she's singing Yellow. And fair play, she's doing it really well, but it's cheesy.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound good. But I mean, yeah. Ugh, Coldplay. Ugh. So yeah, even next week, my answer will be actually the same because I can't live in a world without music. And at least if I had that song in the background, that I would potentially still be able to listen to other songs that would potentially drown it out. But nothing can drown out the ickiness of Coldplay. So
yeah, but you could light one of those candles from Gloop.
Oh, no. No. I could have a child called Apple.
Yeah.
Okay, so my would you rather, I'm going to move on so we haven't got to think about Coldplay anymore. Would you rather lick a homeless man's toe or chew a piece of gum that you find sticking to the underside of the table?
Underside of the table, please.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. At least you semi-know where it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really have to think about it. You go, oh, I'm the first one to chew on this.
Since the last person, yeah. I was just thinking, actually, I think we should both answer the questions. Yeah. So actually, in that case, what would you prefer, the Coldplay song or the, whatever the other song was?
Yeah, because you've got the whole back catalogue to shuffle through, plus any future Coldplay songs.
And a razor blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could just simply not listen to music and listen to podcasts.
I suppose there's that, yeah. But if there's audio on the podcast, then you have to hear Coldplay.
No, but that's me. I specified music. I was very careful because I know how much you like music.
Yeah, no, I definitely no. I mean, sometimes there's certain podcasts or whatever, they'll play a little bit of music to sort of celebrate somebody's birthday or whatever. So yeah,
and it's all yellow.
It's all yellow.
Just think, you go and see Machine Head and he's belting him out, let freedom ring with a shotgun blast, and you're hearing, and it's all yellow. These lights aren't going very well with what I'm hearing. Strobe lights. What Coldplay song deserves strobes?
Nothing. Okay, what's your next one?
Would you rather live in perpetual winter and always be a little too cold, or in an endless summer and always a little too warm?
I would prefer to be in the winter, because I always prefer to be a little bit cold anyway.
To go with your cold heart.
Well, actually, it's because I've got a warm heart, so that is the reason why. So I'll have
That'll just keep me warm, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly. And also I've got a little bit of flab, so flab can make you warm.
Just look at nature.
Yeah, exactly. No, but seriously, I would...
Actually, I could live in the Arctic, actually.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't even need a coat.
I could just hang everything on my nipples.
I'm not going to be naked. No, they're not going to think there's a roaming, walrus walking around.
Tuff's gone wrong. Kev, she's escaped again.
What about you? Which one would you prefer?
Because I'm cold-blooded, it would have to be the summer.
It's the summer. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we'll never be able to socialise, but we'll both be happy.
Well, that's what you got clean feed for.
Exactly. Yes. Thank goodness for the internet. But, yeah, that also reminded me that yesterday, because I don't know if you've had it or not, but we're getting into weather report now for a second. We have had a really bad storm in Dorset, and I know you're not in Dorset, so that's why I wondered if you've actually had it or not. But yeah, it's come over from France, the bloody French, giving us their shit. And
I thought we'd left Europe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But no, this storm it's been really horrendous. It's been 80-mile-an-hour winds, and
Blimey.
Yeah, it's been horrendous. But yesterday I went out, and it was dry when I went out. It was still a bit windy. It's continuously been windy. But I went out and I stopped to get some petrol, and literally, as I opened my door, the heavens opened. But it was like the real pure heavy rain that you get, But it was going at the right angle, that it was going underneath the roof of the petrol station. Petrol stations have got little roof parts, haven't they? So that to keep people a little bit sheltered when they're filling up their petrol and stuff. But, most places do anyway. And, yeah, so it literally was hitting me hard in the face. Pardon the pun, because I can imagine there's plenty of puns going around in everyone's heads now. But, yeah, and it was just mental. It was so painful as well, because it was almost like ice rain. Yeah. It was just, you imagine if you'd been in a car wash and you'd left the roof down. It was like that. It was insane. And I went in the shop and I was like, I can't see because I've got my glasses on still and I can't see anything. Everything's steaming up. But I also can't wipe my glasses to clean, to take the water off them because everything of me is drenched. So it was absolutely ridiculous. But,
yeah, no, we did have the heavy rain. I looked out the windows and I'm going to have to get a get one sorted. Yeah. It was just like a sheet of water coming off the roof. So, yeah. Didn't get the thunder and lightning, though.
We got the thunder and lightning as well. It was very, very exciting. I love thunder and lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Me, Galileo.
Galileo Figaro.
Oh. Figaro.
Meow, 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 meow.
That's another thing as well. I saw Jamie Westwood while I was up in Birmingham, and he's a friend of mine, and he's also a salty tadpole, but yeah, he's a friend as well. So, he was sort of, I went around his house, and his daughter was just sort of getting ready for bed, but they were just like, they were sort of messing around saying, what animal noises, what noise does a cat make, and blah, 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 and then they asked me, and I was like, no. I mean, I actually did it a lot better than that, but no. Yeah, it's like whinny kind of thing, and I'm not doing it justice. I actually did it really well on the day, but yeah, because we were going to say put on my CV that I can actually do animal noises, but yeah, it's not going well right now. Guess that's an edit. Anyway, would you rather take a bite out of a live fish you just caught, or take a bite out of a live but not venomous snake? As a fish for me.
Would
you rather take a bite out of a live fish that you've just caught, so it's still alive? Oh, obviously it's a live fish because it's a live fish. Or take a bite of a live but non-venomous snake?
I'll take the snake bite, thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No. I don't
me
like
not likey
snakes.
fish.
No, me not likey snake. So, yeah, I would definitely be with the fish there. I wouldn't enjoy it. I definitely wouldn't enjoy it. But yeah, and I probably would vomit straight after. But, I mean, in both scenarios, that's going to happen. So,
I think I just found the site where your question came from, so I got distracted by one of the questions.
What?
Would you rather puke up slimy slugs or have bricks come out every time you pooped?
I guess the slugs.
Yeah. I don't think I could afford a new toilet every day.
No, exactly. I mean, you'd have to go in the garden, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Put these on, Andy's going to the toilet. Hard hat and noise defenders.
What about, would you rather have diarrhea during your wedding ceremony or have it during your wedding night?
Oh. I think during the wedding night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Separate rooms tonight, love. Had a bit too much.
Yeah. I think I'd have to say that, yeah. It's till death do us part at that point, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh God. Would you rather lick someone else's eye crust
Oh.
or drink your own urine?
Oh, we're like in Bear Grylls moment here,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh. At least I know where it's been, so I'd have to say the urine, but I really don't want to.
I don't want to either. Oh, I think my own urine.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh God, no, that's a horrible scenario. Maybe this is the last one, unless you've got any other really good ones. But would you rather suck on a used tampon for a minute or make out with a public toilet seat for a minute?
Well, it depends if I had any iron deficiency, really, on that particular day. If I heat up my urine, could I put it in my urine and just have a hot urine tea?
You could, yes. I like the fact that we've both skirted over answering this one properly because neither of us want to answer this one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'd have to make out with the public toilet seat. and hope for the best.
Yeah, I think I would have to as well. I mean, neither of us want to. Yeah. Oh, God. But yeah, I thought that would be a nice gross one to end with. Unless you've got any more.
Would you rather have sandpaper hands and be forced to pleasure yourself once a week forever, or have no genitals at all?
I mean, you're going to have no genitals either way, are you?
It depends how you'll be practically by the time you got to forever, you'll be the softest ever.
You'd be a Ken doll and a Barbie, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Light touch.
Oh, okay, I've forgotten what the
Would you rather have sandpaper hands and forced to pleasure yourself once a week, or have no genitals at all?
Probably no genitals at all, to be honest.
Same as, yeah.
Oh, God, no. So, shall we move on to some stories of the week then, Andy?
Yes.
I keep nearly calling you James because the episode title is called In a World Without James. Indeed. I was saying this to Lucy Caton the other day. We really need to find out the words that I say because I feel like James gets a lot of credit for the words he says. But they're only because we've mocked him for so long about them.
But we put full sentences into WhatsApp.
We do. We don't just thumbs up.
We don't communicate through the medium of graphics and Indeed.
Yes. And trying to work out sometimes the gifs. I know we're going to do stories of the week in a second, but trying to sometimes, like, he'll send a gift that's so bizarre that I can't work out what he's actually saying. If he'd have just said it in the first place, I would have known exactly what he was saying, but he didn't say it. So I have no idea what he's saying. So then it involves me going,
Cat with a party hat? I said my HS has flared up.
Why are you celebrating?
Yeah. Dorothy shoes, what are you trying to tell me?
No, I definitely, sometimes I just don't understand at all. Yeah, but there you I guess we had to bring James back into the conversation eventually. So do you want to do your story first, or shall I do mine first?
Yeah, you go first.
Oh, right then.
Oh no, if it's such a big deal for you, I can go first.
No, it's all right. I'll go
I just
first.
thought it was your show, you know.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely fine. I will go first. Right, so traditionally I've gone back to the Metro this week.
Oh, so this is the 30-second one that will just stop dead?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And this is from the 2nd of November, so from today's date. So, headline reads, Cockbridge sign nicked so many times that tamper-proof ones are being erected.
See what they did there?
But it also reminds me of the fact that there's a place called Shitterton near me as well, and they had to actually carve it into stone because people were stealing the signs. So, I'm quite familiar.
Please tell me it's a brown stone.
It is kind of brown, actually. I mean, it's a light brown. It's kind of on the, the slightly anemic, maybe too much salt kind of, not anemic because there's no blood in poo, and there shouldn't be blood in poo. But yeah, there's a bit too much salt in the diet,
Need to be going to a nutritionist.
Yeah, exactly. Like the reason why you don't see white dog poo anymore is because there's not as much salt in the food anymore. So there we have it. Yep. Fun facts.
Every day's a learning day.
It is, yeah. Right, so the Scottish village of Cockbridge has had enough of people stealing its suggestive signs. Now, the local council of Aberdeenshire is working to erect tamper-proof placement names to stop the scourge. What's scourge mean?
Scourge?
Yeah, Scourge. That's what I think. Oh, I guess it's stealing, something like that. There we have it. So let's ask Google later. Naughty souvenir hunters have regularly been targeting road signs, and ironically, those of the bizarrely named lost officials say. The hamlet, which came to fame with the help of late radio presenter Sir Terry Wogan, has also seen people with stickers plastering its sign, such as eye-catching nature of the name. Does any of this make sense so far? Because it's not really making sense.
No, the headline is the.
Yeah. Okay, because I'm not reading it wrong. I'm reading this properly. So, the hamlet, which came to fame with the help of late radio presenter Sir Terry Wogan. Now I'm reading it badly, but there you go. Has also seen people with stickers plastering its sign, such as the eye-catching nature of the names. I guess maybe cock?
Yeah.
Maybe. The council has previously said it's disappointing that Cockbridge place names have been stolen and set about finding replacements. But those were stolen again last summer. Since then, the settlement has not been a visible place name. Now the local authorities want to make it harder for Cockbridge's signs to be stolen. We are aware of the issues with the sign and are working to replace it using more robust, tamper-proof fixings. That was his voice. The road, one of the highest in the UK, often disappears in the winter snow and is known locally as the Lech. I'm really finding this story rather boring.
Yeah.
And there's not much more to be said about it, but I'm sorry guys. I got caught up with a story and it was called Cockbridge. And I just hope that Andy's story is better because I'm not carrying on with that story anymore.
I've just reread mine. Mine's not funny at all. It's rather.
Should we go with the third story? Did you still have that one?
No, I just closed it, but.
Okay, well, we have time. Because at least that one's going to be gross-worthy.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot in the news this week.
Can Matt Hancock have a political career after I'm a celeb?
Oh, Ryanair passengers board plane to find seats they booked do not exist. Well, there's a paradox for you.
Oh, podcaster asked to record 2 minutes before actually the episode goes out.
Unprepared podcaster returns to award-winning show.
Oh, thanks.
Award gets taken away.
Although technically you have got an award, haven't you? Do you ever use that beer mug?
Yes, yeah, I do.
Do you really though?
No, because it's still in the garage. I haven't unpacked into the house yet.
Well, that's okay. At least it's safe.
Yeah.
Yes. Do 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 do.
Or get your discount codes at ASOS. Where's the funny stories?
I usually find them by typing in weird stories of the week.
Ah, that's a good share, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can see why you're a podcast host.
I know. Oh. Cheeky fucker.
Right. Oh, that's grim. World's dirtiest man dies, aged 94, just months after being persuaded to wash.
Oh. I did see that one as well. He had like 6 fags coming out of his mouth. A cigarette, sorry.
He used to smoke animal dung in his pipe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, you know you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Right. Woman learns hard way why you shouldn't sleep with contact lenses in.
Oh dear.
Yeah. A forgetful woman, Gem, managed to leave not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 23 contact lenses inside one of her eyes.
Oh my god.
Just in one. I mean,
How did
I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both talking over each other, but we're still coming to the same conclusion of what the fuck.
Does she normally wear a pair, and she just takes one out and gets distracted?
Maybe, or maybe she's just got poor eyesight in one eye. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, oh my god, let's find out.
Well, we know the Metro will be inundated with details.
Yes, like Cockbridge.
Yeah. Horror footage shows the grim moment one unlucky doctor had to remove the mass of green gunk pouring from the socket.
Oh.
The doctor can be heard telling her she must have earned a Guinness World Records patient in the process.
Ugh.
Sleeping with contact lenses in at night can lead to a build-up of a word, a type of bacteria which affects the eye and can cause permanent blindness.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
The bacteria is commonly found in soil and is more likely caught by someone who does not have a strong immune system. It can also cause chest, blood and urinary tract infections.
All that from a contact lens.
All that from a contact lens, yeah.
Blimey.
And we've got lovely pictures of said things.
Yeah, I saw them. They were quite interesting, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sleeping with lenses in can also leave eyes sore and dry. There's an added risk of ulcers and inflammation because of the reduced oxygen supplies to the eyes. In a recent severe case, a grandma lost her eye after wearing a contact lens in the shower. Marie Mason, 54, developed an infection in her left eye after a microscopic amoeba present in tap water got between her contact lens and her cornea. Just one cornea.
Nice. Give it to me.
Actually, fair enough. That's exactly what the doctor said after 5 years of them trying different types of treatments, including 3 unsuccessful cornea transplants. They removed her eyes, Gem. Her eyes.
Did she get new ones, though?
No.
Hmm.
Well, this is the Metro, so the next sentence is, get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, click on our news page. So we don't have an answer.
Well, let's just end the episode there. Salty Tadpoles, if you've got bad eyesight...
All right, bye.
If you got bad eyesight, just wear glasses. It's so much easier. You just pop them on, you know. Don't get your eyes tested since 2013. Hint, hint, that might be me by accident. But,
2015, so, I don't feel so bad.
Okay, yeah, not too bad then.
Yeah.
I have been booked in, so I will be going.
Since 2013.
Yeah, 2013 was the last time I had my eyes tested. And I only found that out because my glasses that I've had for longer than that, because I'm not really that particular about things. I just wear them until they break. But, the arm happened to fall off. So I had to, Graham, he managed to glue it back on, which was, amazing.
Oh, you didn't go for the plaster?
No, I didn't go Jack Duckworth. No, that's what you're trying to say. I would have though. I would have. But, I did go to Poundland and I spent £1.50. How's that work? But, on some reading glasses. So.
Well, clearly you couldn't see. You didn't go into Poundland, did you? You went into £1.50 land.
Exactly. Definitely was Poundland, but I didn't quite understand how it was £1.50, but there you have it.
Did you go into the annex, which is the 50p extra bit?
Oh, maybe that's it. Well, in that case, Salty Tadpoles, thank you again for hopefully you did anyway, understanding about the week off that we had that was unexpected. I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you, Andy, for joining us again.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I'd say what's your social media, but you ain't on any social media, so there we have it.
Oh, it's been so peaceful. And you know what? My blood pressure is normal. I'm not getting wound up by stupid things.
No.
Stupid people and stupid things.
Yeah. You're occasionally popping onto Instagram, I see, from time to time.
I be lurking. Just, I likes that. Oh, I don't like that.
You sound like you're local.
Yeah, ooh
are. So in that case then, Andy, I think that we've been talking enough Codswallop this week. I have been Gemma.
I've been Andy.
You have. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. See ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya.
Right, is this over? I'm going. Bye.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to save it again now.
Never talking to you again.
I'm going to have to save it again now because this is...
Yeah.
Whatever, Andy. I don't want to
Whatevs.
ever speak to you again until we need you, okay?
Yeah. That's fine. I'm happy being super sub. It's fine.
Why is it every time I click to save it, you say something else? Fuck's sake.
Because I'm a knob. Spelt with a K. Silent K.
Gnob.
Get your knob off my chin.
Are you done?
All right. I suppose I let you go then.
I just don't know if you're done. I don't want to click the button and then you say something else because it's really annoying. I'll take this out anyway. No, I won't.
I think I was done in 2021.
Yeah, so do I. I think you were done when you were born.
Yeah.
Right, can I have the last word?
Oh, if you must.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, you fucker.